Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. Don't want backups? Okay then. So I'm by no means an expert at network engineering, but I am an engineer who works on networks for very large oil and gas plants. Well, a friend works at a small company, and they asked me to help with getting their data accessible via the internet. Because it's a close friend, I said sure, and called the owner to talk specifics. Come to find out they have exactly one hard drive that gets passed around to store all company data on. I told him that was insane, and he needs redundant backups both here and at a third-party site in case a fire destroyed everything. I gave the cheapest option I could, that was basically just to buy TNS systems off Amazon, and the drives for them would have cost maybe $500. He would keep one at office and one at his house. I could set them up to auto backup, plus the employees could have an online shared drive that they could dump files into over the internet. He immediately said that $500 was way more than he could afford for this type of thing, and just told me to get the current drive online. I repeatedly told him this is the worst possible thing you can do, but he didn't care. So I just plugged the drive into their router and set up the computers to be able to access it. I sent a CY email to him and never looked back, so that was about a year ago. And now my friend sends me a series of frantic texts saying they lost the drive, and if I know how to recover data from a formatted drive. I say no, but there are companies that can, but it might be expensive. For whatever reason, they called an actual company out to do something, and he accidentally formatted their one drive and lost everything from the past 15 plus years. Now the owner is furious with me, and since I don't work for him, nor do I have in a company, I just said I told you so, and hung up. Milko. My dad was a milkman for around 25 years, in the days when most people had bottles of milk delivered to their doorsteps. He used to deliver 7 mornings a week, starting around 5 a.m., then go out Thursday and Friday evenings collecting the money. One winter evening he knocked on the kitchen door of one house, and the wife opened the door and stepped out. She said, "I'm just on my way out, but he'll pay you," pointing to her husband, who was sitting the far side of the kitchen by the fire. My dad looked at the husband. The husband looked at Dad and said, "No, I'm too warm by this fire. I'm not moving. Come back tomorrow." Dad said, "Come on, stop mucking around. I want to get home tonight." The guy was adamant. "No, I'm too cozy. Come back tomorrow." 5:30 a.m. the next morning, Dad was standing on their front doorstep, thumping on their door as hard as he could. "Morning, Milko. I've come for the money." He could hear them starting shouting indoors. "You go down." "I'm not going down. You were the one who wouldn't bloody pay him." Eventually the wife opened the door and handed the money to Dad. As she did so, she looked him straight in the eye and just said, "You saw it?" The money was always waiting for him at that house after that. A vow of silence. I'm a 20YM at the time, landing this glorious position as a burger flipper after some time in the military. Took an arrow to the knee, where I learned to reinforce my already magnificent tendencies to apply rules and orders by the letter. The work in itself wasn't pleasing, nor glorifying, but it came with free meals, good friends, and a lot of funny stories, and not so funny ones. So, here I was, on the line of duty, putting buns to heat and making burgers. A good friend of mine on the other line, right in front of me, doing her part to serve. It was a slow day, so we had time to chat around, make jokes, and overall just having a good time while obliterating the serving timers. In comes the love-hated manager, which we will call Coral. She was nice to some, and a real bitch to others, and to me, especially. I still don't know why, since she blessed her son with the same name I bear. She didn't like that we were talking since it bothers the customers, and told us to, and I quote, "Stop making a single noise, or I'll write you up." Now for those who have work or know how a fast food chain cooking line works, you know. For those who doesn't, let me explain briefly. We literally have to shout when we finish a plate of anything, and by shout, I mean shout and the receiver shouts back. So my friend and I looked at each other, then at the coworkers down the line, and we didn't make a single noise. Now the serving times bumped up from 35 seconds to 3 minutes because of empty plates of various kinds. So naturally Coral comes to us and shout, "WTF are you all doing to be this slow?" We all stopped, looked at her, and no one spoke. To this day, we call this incident the vow of silence. She eventually talked about this to our general manager, and tried to write us up for negligence or something like that. But turns out that GM saw everything unfold and basically told her to stop giving stupid orders, if she didn't want stupid situations.